This is a Columbia graphophone labeled Thornward, and I'll get to that in a second. It's a Model N Columbia, and this machine was introduced in 1895. The Columbia N was Columbia's first sort of foray into a less expensive machine that could play the standard size cylinder. So in 1895, they came out with this, and I believe the price was around $40. So inexpensive in terms of what other machines were on the market. So Columbia came out with this machine, the N. I love these machines, but as you probably noticed in a lot of the videos, whenever it's a Columbia machine, I'm really enthusiastic because they're just so cool. I really love them. Anyway, this one though says Thornward. What they did was in the late 1890s, Columbia began manufacturing machines for the Montgomery Ward Company, which was a mail order company in the US. And so they told the company that if they market this machine, they can put the name Thornward on it for Montgomery Ward. So it really is a Columbia N without the Columbia decal and just the Thornward on it. And when we come in close, you're going to see it's different than most of the Columbias, like the Columbia A or the AT, which were machines that came after this. And they were slightly different. They're mostly black cast parts, where this is mostly aluminum. So let's come in and take a look at this Model N Thornward. As I said, this is really a Columbia N, and you can see that. There we go, Columbia Type N, which was also called the Bijou. But the motor on the Thornwards was the Columbia A model machine. Look at that decal though. It's amazing that it survived in that condition. When originally sold, this would have been as a complete outfit you would have ordered from Montgomery Ward. It would have come with 12 records, a case, a recorder, oil can, brush, everything you need to make your own records. And the reproducer would have been gutta percha. This one is a gutta percha one, but it's an earlier one because the word reproducer is upside down, because the earlier machines, the reproducer was facing the other way. And yeah, some of you purists will note that's not the correct horn. It would have come with an aluminum horn, but I like the look of it with these smaller early horns. So that's why I've got that on this machine. What I like about this one is all the decorations. Look at that. Aluminum embossed. Beautiful. Just cool as anything. And as I showed you the front there, very nice. And unusual is the bullet type mandrel. The end of it's rounded, where they're usually just squared off. And then to remove the cylinder, you push this in and this whole gate folds down. You put the cylinder on and then pop that up and it goes back on like that. A very well-made machine for sure. And unlike some of the later ones, this part here, the trunnion, is brass that's been plated, where later they were made with a cheaper metal called pot metal, and they seem to shrink and crack over time and deteriorate, and a lot of the Columbias don't work because of that. It's a real problem. But the earlier ones were made with better parts. Why don't we give this a try? Okay, if we're going to play a cylinder, why not play something interesting? I don't know what the tune is, but it's a Lambert, and pink Lamberts are quite cool. And you should check my video out on them. So open the gate, put the cylinder on. You got to be careful with these Lamberts because you don't want to crack them. Close the gate up. There we go. Now, this reproducer is one of the smaller, earlier ones, and I find they don't sound that great. A little later, they went with a larger diameter reproducer, all aluminum, and I find those sound generally better. But let's hear what it might have sounded like back then. Oops, bring that over to here. Let's give it a start.
Selection from the Bell of New York, played by the London Concert Orchestra, Lambert Records.
No, I don't think I wound it up enough. I feel it's starting to slow down. As I said, the motor on the Thornward is the Columbia A motor. And you can tell that because of the start-stop switch, which is over here, just like a Columbia A. But I brought over my Columbia N, an original one, and this has the proper Columbia N motor, and you can see the on-off mechanism is there. So I'm going to do a video on this machine too, since it's such a nice machine. But I thought I'd show you that it's almost identical, but just a little different.